My name is Maya. I'm 24 years old and live in a modest apartment in Chicago with my mother and younger brother. Life took a hard turn 3 years ago when my father passed away. The financial burden fell heavily on my mother, who works double shifts as a nurse at a local clinic. To help out, I spent months pounding the pavement, looking for a corporate job after finishing community college. I faced rejection after rejection. Every recruiter said the same thing: you lack experience. One rainy Tuesday evening, after another failed interview, I was standing at a crowded bus stop. The wind was biting, and the city buses were skipping stops because they were packed to capacity. Suddenly, a sleek white Tesla pulled up. The window rolled down to reveal a polished, professional man in his late 40s. "It's a storm out there," he said kindly. "I'm heading toward Lincoln Park. Do you need a lift?" Desperate to get out of the cold, I hopped in. His name was Mark Sterling, the CEO of Innovative Tech Solutions. During the drive, I opened up about my family's struggle and my hunt for a job. He listened with what seemed like genuine empathy. Before dropping me off, he handed me his business card. "Come to my office tomorrow. We need a front desk coordinator. I think I can help you out." The next day, I walked into a breathtaking glass skyscraper downtown. Mark offered me a paid internship at $3,500 a month, promising a permanent contract if I did well. I felt like I'd finally caught my big break. However, a few weeks in, a coworker named Alex whispered a warning in the break room. "Mark has a type," she said. "He hires young, beautiful girls, plays the hero, and then shows his true colors. Be careful." I brushed it off, thinking she was just bitter. The nightmare began on a Saturday. Mark called me, claiming there was an emergency strategy meeting at his private lakeside estate outside the city. When I arrived, the atmosphere wasn't professional at all. Mark was there with a man named Mr. Robert, a high-profile billionaire investor. After a brief discussion about some files, Mark poured 3 glasses of expensive scotch. "Maya," Mark said, his tone shifting to something cold and transactional. "Mr. Robert is the backbone of this company. He's staying here for the weekend, and I need you to ensure he's well taken care of. Do this, and I'll double your salary and sign your 5-year contract tonight." My blood ran cold, and "I'm an employee, Mark, not a party favor," I snapped, standing up to leave. But Robert blocked the door. "Don't be difficult, Maya. Mark said you were a team player." He grabbed my arm, forcing me back onto the sofa. I screamed for help, fighting him off with everything I had. Suddenly, the door burst open. It was Sam, the estate's caretaker, an older man who usually kept to himself. Seeing the struggle, Sam didn't hesitate. He grabbed a heavy decorative vase and swung it at Robert, knocking him back. "Get your things, Maya, go," Sam shouted. Robert was livid, threatening to have Sam fired and arrested. Sam stood his ground. "I might lose my job, but I won't lose my soul watching you do this again." Sam drove me back to the city in his old pickup truck. He told me he'd seen Mark do this once before to another girl, and he had regretted staying silent then. He wasn't going to let it happen twice. That night, Sam went straight to the police. With his testimony and the security footage he helped investigators recover, a massive scandal broke. It turned out Mark had a history of using his company to exploit young women for the benefit of his investors. Both Mark and Robert were indicted. Today I work for a small nonprofit. The pay is modest and I still take the bus, but the environment is built on respect. I live in a small home with my mom and brother, and though we aren't rich, we are proud. The lesson: never trade your dignity for a paycheck. Money can be earned again, but your self-respect, once sold, is hard to buy back.